Well, AIM is a program that is outside of the high school for kids that have either problems at home or like something where they can't be in a class with a bunch of people, like anxiety. And AIM is just like a small program where you can really come and get the help you need, and you can get to school on time, and it's just a great program with you could talk about your problems without feeling uncomfortable in front of like many kids, and it's just a great extra help program.
It's more of like a place for kids who are smart. This isn't like a place for dumb kids. It's just for kids who have a different way of like learning and like perceiving things in different ways. So like, you know, you have kids all different kinds of groups and different interests and stuff like that, but it's like here that we all come together because we all share the same issue of like focus or maybe anxiety or stuff at home that affects us during the school day. So like other kids look down at AIM like, oh, you know, it's for the stupid kids, and that's not true at all. It's just a different way of learning things.
It's almost like figuring out what the steps you need to getting through high school. Like if you need a motivation, they'll find it. They'll find a way to give it to you. It's basically finding your own baby steps.
It's a smaller, kind of separate part of the high school for kids with not necessarily special needs or anything, just who have trouble with other things. Like for me, I'm here because I can't really handle the size of the high school. I find it very overwhelming, and this is a much smaller space, a lot less people. It's just one hallway, so and everyone here is just really close. It's like a small school within a school.
I would say that it's not what you think it is. People oftentimes misconstrue the idea of AIM as this place where people of a lesser like intelligence go because they need help and they're not going to be going places in life, when it's really just for people who either learn differently, have different home situations that maybe affect their ability to get to school. It creates more of an atmosphere where you want to come to school rather than the high school where maybe there's not. And AIM also can help people who don't come to school, because there's been instances of teachers coming over and getting kids from school. But it's not because you're not smart or because you're incapable of doing work. It's because you have something in your home life or yourself that is preventing you from reaching your full potential at the high school. So you have to come here.
Me personally, last year I had a lot of trouble getting to school on time, raising my hand in class because of my anxiety of speaking in front of class. But with the classes at AIM, they're very small, like 5 to 7 people in a class, so you're not scared to get extra help or be scared to say an answer that you believe is right because everyone around is so supportive. And it's a place where I feel that if I talk about my problems, it won't go like around the school, because it's a nice small program where I trust everybody here with my feelings.
I just love the fact that it's just, everyone here is just here to focus on themselves. They're not here to impress other people or like drama. We don't have a lot of drama here, and I don't know, it's just a better learning environment because there's not as much going on. And for myself, I have really bad anxiety and ADHD, so I like squirrel, like everything just distracts me and like that. So it's cool having smaller classes, and all the people here are great, all the teachers here are great, so there's literally nothing I can complain about here.
It's not as stressful. There's not as many people. I like one-on-one work because I can ask a question and not have another student raise his hand and the teacher go to the other student and forget about my question or my question not be heard. It's basically all of your questions are always most likely going to be answered, and there's always help around the corner when you need it.
The size difference is tremendous. I can't handle the high school. Also, there's a lot more one-on-one with teachers. The class sizes are probably like 6 people max, so it's very, very small. We have, once a cycle, there's a girls group where we all meet and talk and stuff and just like to catch up. Then there's also a freshman, sophomore, and then junior, senior group. So, and we have to have scheduled private counseling. So we're all required to do that. So there's like a lot of support systems here too that you wouldn't receive as much at the high school because of the size.
What makes AIM a good fit for me is the way they manage homework doesn't put a lot of pressure on you and doesn't feel like a balancing act. They balance the homework pretty well for you, and you can manage getting homework done entirely in school, which is what I do. And that's the most important part for me because I'm someone who can't get work done outside of school. So I have to come into school to do my work, and it makes it so I can get all that work done while I'm still inside of school.
Last year my grades were very low because I wasn't asking for help in class. But this year the teachers are really nice about it, and they give me a lot of extra help when I need it. So my grades have been up a lot higher than last year, and the group here is just amazing because it's a small group, nothing goes out of group, and we all feel like we have something in common with most of the people here, and they can help you just as much with your issues as they can with as you can with theirs.
I honestly think it made me become a better person because I got to realize that other people have the same stuff going on, and that even though that maybe they're into drama or they're into music and stuff like that, they all share the same, I don't know, not love, but the same to share, what's the word for it? I don't know, just support, I guess.
Well, it helps me get back on my feet, because sometimes when I'm not emotionally well, because it helps you, Miss Weatherby and stuff, when you're not emotionally well and you want to just curl up in a ball and just lay in bed in the dark, there's people all around, even the students, they kind of get you back up on your feet, feeling well.
Being a part of AIM has really just made me realize I'm not the only one with problems. There are people that you see in the hallway that smile at you, but you don't know what's really happening in their life. There are things that I never thought I would know about people until I came here, and it's just, I feel very supported here with our counselor here and the small community, and we have all these different groups, and it's just a very close, supportive little community we have.
Through being a part of the AIM program, I felt like there was more focus. There was fewer people in the building, therefore they could more easily focus on if Trey is falling behind a little bit. If I'm falling behind, they'll tell me, hey, Trey, you have this work, because I might not remember it, or I might not think about it, or might just be procrastinating. But the thing with the AIM building is that they motivate you to get the work done, and over the course of the last 2 years that I've been at AIM, they've brought my grades from E's to B's, and now I'm because I can get the work done in school because I have people. I was skipping classes when I was in high school. I have people here now who would never let that happen. I can't really skip a class. It'd be very hard to skip a class because it's a small building. So I have time not goofing around with friends, but instead getting work done.
I like that it's really small, and the people here are very welcoming. I was scared to come in the beginning because I was new, but they all really welcomed me. I was already a part of the AIM family, and I trusted them, and they trusted me, and it's just really nice here. I feel like I can really speak my mind in my classes and in my groups, and that's what I love most about AIM.
I think the thing I like most about the AIM program is that everyone here comes from a different story. You know, none of these kids I would have thought I would ever hang out with or something like that, because you kind of just, you know, all these kids here, we all have a different book cover. We all look very different. We all have very different personalities, but we all share the same background. So like, I think it's cool that we all get to be together all the time, and if we, like with groups and stuff like that, that's very helpful. And I just think that instead of a school over here, we're more of like a family than anything.
I guess that it's a place, because you know how like you'll go somewhere and you know, you have a feeling that everyone has the same problems, but they put up a different wall. So you feel like the odd man out, but here you know that you're around people that have been through certain situations, whether it's a rate from a 1 to a 10, and there's always people like that are going to be there to help you, and are going to be there to understand at least a little bit about your situation. Like whether like someone and their boyfriend gets into an argument and leaves the female in shock or in awe or in a very deep, dark, emotional state, there's always someone that can relate to that somehow, and I feel like that's really helpful. Not that I have situations like that, just saying like an example. Because there's always people that aren't afraid to put themselves out there to help you, basically.
I guess what I like most is the size, the amount of support that we get, and like the accommodations that come along with everyone's different, you know, kind of IEPs and stuff. I like that we do a lot of college prep because I'm a junior now, and there's like a lot of that. Yeah, to me it's just very, very supportive atmosphere. That's like really it. It's very easygoing, but at the same time they still push you and they don't give up on you. But they'll still, you know, they still are there for you emotionally.
I would probably say the way they manage homework. They try to make homework seem like as if it's not the main priority. They make you, of course, they give you homework and you have to do it, and they expect a certain level of quality in your work. But really, they balance it out very well in the point where it's manageable, and they motivate you to get that work done.